My best husband in the quiet town of Willow Creek, where the sun painted golden streaks across rolling hills and the air carried the scent of blooming wildflowers, lived a woman named Clara. At 32, Clara was known for her warm smile, her love for baking, and her little bookstore on Main Street, which was a haven for dreamers and readers alike. But what most people didn't know was that Clara had always been hesitant about love. She believed in it, of course. She'd read countless novels about soulmates and grand romances, but her own heart had been bruised enough times to make her cautious. One crisp autumn afternoon, as Clara arranged a display of new novels by the shop's window, the bell above the door chimed. In walked a man she'd never seen before. He was tall, with tousled dark hair and eyes the color of a stormy sea. He wore a navy sweater and carried a worn leather satchel slung over his shoulder. He glanced around, taking in the cozy shelves and the soft hum of classical music playing in the background. "Hi," he said, his voice gentle but confident. "I'm looking for something meaningful. A book that makes you think about life." Clara smiled, sensing his sincerity. "That's a tall order, but I think I can help. Any particular mood you're in? Hopeful? Reflective?" He thought for a moment, his gaze drifting to the window where leaves swirled in the breeze. "Hopeful," he decided. "Something that reminds you there's still good in the world." Clara led him to a shelf and pulled out The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. "This one's about following your dreams, even when the path is uncertain. It's hopeful, but grounded." He took the book, his fingers brushing the cover as if it were a treasure. "Perfect. I'm Ethan, by the way, Clara," she replied, feeling an unexpected flutter in her chest. Ethan became a regular at the bookstore. He'd stop by every few days, sometimes to buy a book, sometimes just to chat. Clara learned he was a carpenter who'd moved to Willow Creek to start fresh after a hectic life in the city. He loved building furniture, hiking in the nearby woods, and, surprisingly, baking bread. "It's like meditation," he told her once, describing how he needed dough to clear his mind. Their conversations grew longer, weaving through books, dreams, and quiet confessions. Clara found herself looking forward to the chime of the bell, hoping it was Ethan. One evening, as they sat by the shop's fireplace with mugs of tea, Ethan said, "You know, Clara, this place feels like home. And I don't just mean the bookstore." Her heart skipped, but her old fears whispered caution. "That's sweet," she said softly, unsure how to respond. Ethan didn't push. Instead, he kept showing up steady, kind, and patient. He brought her a loaf of his homemade sourdough one day, carved her a small wooden bookmark another. When Clara's shop hosted a book club, Ethan joined, sharing thoughtful insights that made everyone listen. Slowly, Clara's walls began to crumble. One winter evening, as snow blanketed Willow Creek, Ethan invited Clara to his workshop. "I want to show you something," he said, his eyes bright with excitement. Curious, she bundled up and followed him to a cozy barn behind his house, where the air smelled of sawdust and pine. Inside, under a soft glow of string lights, stood a beautiful oak bookshelf, intricately carved with vines and flowers. "I made it for the bookstore," Ethan said, a hint of nervousness in his voice. "I thought it could go by the window, where you always put your favorite books." Clara's eyes welled up. No one had ever made something so thoughtful for her. "Ethan, it's perfect," she whispered. Then, caught in the moment, she added, "You're perfect." He grinned, stepping closer. "I'm far from perfect, but I'm yours, Clara. I've been falling for you since the day I walked into your shop." This time, Clara didn't hesitate. She closed the distance, and they shared a kiss that felt like the first page of a new story full of promise and